Hey everyone, this is Matt Curfman here with another special edition of Matt's Minutes with my trusty little companion here, Oliver. I'm recording this on April 10th, which is a Thursday midday, and I'm getting very exhausted seeing and hearing all the headlines. And if I'm getting exhausted, I know you are. So I actually told Oliver about all the headlines, and he said, Matt, we should probably reach out to all of our clients and everyone who trusts us with their life savings and give them an update, and I completely agreed. So here we are. I want to do a quick show. When I told Oliver about headlines, do you see all of this? He tore up some of his toys. He was so stressed, he wasn't sure what to do with himself. And I'm not going to pull my hair out either, but I do want to add some perspective, and I really hope this is helpful amidst the chaos. Anyone like roller coasters? I used to, but I don't anymore. I hate them. I don't like feeling sick. I don't like feeling nauseous. And so I saw this image of a roller coaster with optimism, terror, uncertainty, tariffs, and obviously fear. And when you have a pot of money and you have life savings, it's really scary to see things move around. So the question is, did you do any pre-planning before this all happened? Did you have safety nets in place? Did you have boring assets like bonds, like cash, money markets, CDs, like fixed annuities or fixed index annuities? So that's a big question, and the answer could be yes or no. It depends on your actual situation and your risk tolerance. So this is what we all feel like. We're locked into this. We want to get off the freaking roller coaster, quite honestly. So here's some perspective. If you go and look at the markets, the S&P, the Dow, the Nasdaq, Bloomberg is bonds, S&P equal weight. This red line here, this is the zero bar. This is January 1st of 2025 through midday, April 10th, 2025. Okay. And so what do you notice off to the far right? All of the benchmarks, all of the major markets are still negative 8%, negative 10%, negative 11.36, negative 16%. What does that mean? Despite the historic rally that we're seeing all the headlines about on April 9th, I had to look at my calendar. Do you see this circle over here? Do you see this line? Oh my gosh, the market went from here to here. We have the sense that then we're missing out. That is not the case at all. If you look at where the markets are at year to date and you say, look, how am I doing relative to my portfolio? There are certain asset classes that have not done as well. I've mentioned in multiple videos, if you're using our Smoother Ride series, which is Beacon, safety nets have largely been deployed starting a month ago. Not all, and it's not all perfect. We are not in any shape or way trying to attempt to time the markets. We basically say, look, enough is enough with this craziness. So ultimately, when markets did this, that triggers to say, look, our enough mentality is going to kick in. We're going to start moving to safety nets. And then the triggers, sells made the next day, bonds are made, purchases the following day. In the middle of that, we're not missing out if we didn't have to ride all of this down to negative almost 22, 23% at one point. Now, markets are still really negative. And do you see this V coming back down? Guess what? Just take a breather, go to sleep one night, wake up the next. The tariffs are not over. This tariff war is far from over. There's a 90-day pause. So I saw an analogy online and I thought this would be familiar. If I'm an airplane pilot and you're all on my airplane and you're in the back, you're buckled in and I'm flying along, we're already in the air. We're not about to take off, we're in the air. And I come on and say, hey folks, I have some bad news. Sometime in the next 90 minutes, it looks like if we stay on this path, we're going to actually hit the top of a mountain peak and we're probably going to crash. So I'm sorry to inform you, but we're already on path. There's no way around it. It's just going to happen. And then I come back on and say, oh, wait, great news. It's now going to be another 90 minutes before we completely blow up and crash. And I say this because I'm thinking about 90 days in tariffs. A 90-day reprieve for most countries, with the exception of China, does not mean the uncertainty and the chaos and the extreme headlines and the volatility are gone. It's just being pushed off. And so I wanted to show you some headlines. If you look at this next chart I put together, January of 2025 through midday, April 10th again, from the peak of the markets down, do you see now negative 13, negative 13 and a half, negative 15 and a half, negative 19? That is how much the markets have dropped since the middle to end of February. We're only April 10th. It's not that much time. And look how much it's down despite this historic jump that there was so much positive news about yesterday. So I want to give you this perspective, okay? Look online, look on your phones. This is from CNBC.com, midday, and you see again the Dow is almost 2,000 points negative, the S&P negative 313 minus 5.75, the Nasdaq negative 6.61. That is just partway through April 10th. Do you see right below? And I kind of cut it off with my highlights, but S&P tumbles 5%, cutting Wednesday's historic rally relief in half. What does that mean? Do you see this little rally? We're falling right off. And the answer is we don't know what the outcome is going to be. I don't know what the markets are going to do the rest of the day. I don't know what the markets are going to do in the next 90 days. It is all dependent on what happens with tariffs. And right now, we are very comfortable with safety nets deployed. And we hope you are too, so that you can kind of take a mental break from all of this noise. Like Oliver, he left all of his stuff here and he just left the room. Okay. As I kind of keep going through this, here's another headline, CNBC.com. Trump tariffs on China now total 145%, the White House clarifies. So they don't have a 90-day reprieve like the other countries, and this battle will continue even in the 90 days. Do you see what I circled here? According to Wall Street Journal, Trump acknowledged he could cause a recession, but he just didn't want a depression. Okay, this is scary stuff. So I shared this not to scare you, but to remind you all why we have safety nets in place. And we're not trying to day trade. We're not trying to time the market and say what is the best in and what's the best out. I am very comfortable. We are very comfortable, especially for those of you that entrust us with your life savings, to have these safety nets in place. If you're not using the safety nets, that's okay. If you want to use the safety nets, you just reach out and you let us know, and we can look at that within your portfolio. We are here to keep you informed, keep you educated, and we are here to guide you no matter what the world throws in our path. This seems like one of the most chaotic periods of recent history. And, 5 years ago in March of 2020, we were going through the early days of the pandemic, and that was the last major market cycle. 2022 stocks and bonds did poor as well. So I just wanted to share this to you to give you some idea of what's on our thoughts, what's on our mind, what thoughts we have, what's on our hearts as we think about all of you in these headlines that are just, again, a complete roller coaster of emotions. So if you have questions, we are here to support you. Reach out directly, 517-435-4040, or questions at richmondbrothers.com. Thank you for being part of Richmond Brothers. Thank you for entrusting us to help guide you through. And again, if things continue to get worse, if things continue to get more chaotic, we will just be back with more information. For those of you that are using the smoother ride, which is Beacon, we've had questions on that. Is that Beacon? Do I have Beacon? The answer to that is yes. We have actually safety nets are working, and we're sitting in largely very boring investments right now. And I feel very good about that, and I hope you do too. Thank you.